Buckle up because the drama is nonstop today. Khloé Kardashian is pulling back the curtain on the early days of the family business, revealing how she and her sisters Kim and Kourtney were actually tricked into launching their reality show career. It turns out the mogul and her sisters were initially dead set against the idea, but their momager Kris Jenner convinced them it was just a free commercial for their store dash.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
The legal heat is rising for Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner, who are currently fighting to secure $7 million from Ray J. This massive demand stems from a messy breach of a confidential settlement agreement linked to a controversy over a 2007 sex tape. Legal documents show that the reality stars are accusing Ray J of violating a non-disclosure clause, turning a private deal into a full-blown courtroom battle that is showing no signs of cooling down. Kim Kardashian is also digging in her heels against a man named Ivan Cantu, who is currently trying to dodge paying her legal fees. After a judge dismissed his lawsuit against the reality star, which was filed after she mistakenly identified him as a different man on death row, Cantu is now claiming that paying these costs would ruin him financially. Kim's legal team is firing back, calling his request meritless and accusing him of trying to play the sympathy card against her. Finally, we are getting a raw and honest look at the personal struggles of Khloé Kardashian. The star revealed on a recent podcast that she constantly helps everyone else in her life, but finds it nearly impossible to ask for help herself, often feeling like she is a burden to busy people like Kim Kardashian. It is a vulnerable confession that she says is a major focus of her therapy right now. If you want to keep up with all the latest headlines, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Ever wonder how the most famous family on the planet actually got their start? Before the massive mansions and the global brand empires, the Kardashians were just three sisters hustling in a tiny boutique called Dash. In a recent chat on The Morgan Stewart Show, Khloé Kardashian pulled back the curtain, and honestly, the reality is way messier than you might think. Back in 2006, long before the fame, Kim, Kourtney, and Khloé were purely focused on retail. But then, Kris Jenner came knocking with an offer for a reality show. And believe it or not, they slammed the door in her face. They wanted nothing to do with it. But here, that's where Kris proves why she's the ultimate momager. Knowing her daughters were fiercely protective of their shop, she didn't pitch a reality show, she pitched a free commercial. It was a stroke of marketing genius. Khloé admitted they were clueless back then, handling everything from steaming clothes to doing the actual taxes themselves with zero staff. And get this, they even funded the early days using a credit card that was still technically in their late father's name. It's a wild reminder that even the biggest stars started with nothing but grit and a little bit of conning from their mom. If you love hearing the real origin stories behind your favorite celebrities, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Because sometimes, the most successful paths are the ones we almost didn't take. Ever wonder what a 20-year-old secret is worth in the eyes of the law? For the Kardashian empire, the answer is apparently $7 million. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner have officially gone to war with Ray J. And this isn't just another reality TV drama. This is a high-stakes legal showdown over a 2007 sex tape that changed pop culture forever. The conflict centers on a 2023 confidential settlement, where the Kardashians allegedly agreed to pay Ray J $6 million in installments to keep the past buried. But silence, as it turns out, is expensive and incredibly hard to maintain. The breakdown started when Ray J allegedly hopped on a live stream and claimed the pair were involved in a federal investigation, a statement they vehemently deny. Now, the Kardashians are coming for their money back, demanding a refund of the $5 million already paid, plus an additional $2 million in penalties. It is a classic, she said, escalated to a multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuit. What is truly fascinating here is how the table has turned. Ray J is firing back with a countersuit, accusing the Kardashians of breaking the very same non-disclosure agreement by referencing the tape on their own shows. The court even denied their request to keep these details sealed, meaning the public is finally getting a look under the hood of these massive private payouts. It makes you wonder, in a world where everything is content, can anyone truly keep a secret for that long? If you think this legal saga is just getting started, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest updates. At the end of the day, some things might be worth millions, but they clearly don't come with the promise of true peace of mind. Ever wonder what happens when a global icon accidentally makes a massive mistake on social media? Well, Kim Kardashian is finding out, but she's not taking the blame, or the bill, lying down. You might recall when Kim, in her efforts to advocate for criminal justice reform, accidentally misidentified a man named Ivan Cantu as a death row inmate. The post was taken down almost instantly, but for Cantu, the damage was allegedly done. He sued for libel and emotional distress, but a federal judge tossed the case out, ruling he couldn't prove he actually suffered any injury. Now, Kim is asking the court to make him pay her $128,000 in legal fees, and honestly, it's getting heated. Cantu is begging the judge to drop the bill, claiming he's a private guy, and that paying up would ruin him financially. He's leaning heavily into the narrative that Kim is a billionaire who doesn't need his money. But Kim's legal team isn't buying it. They're firing back, calling his original lawsuit clearly meritless, and accusing him of trying to bank on her celebrity status by hoping for a payout. In their eyes, this was just a simple, corrected human error, and Cantu is essentially trying to weaponize the system against her because he lost the legal battle. It's a classic David versus Goliath scenario, but with a reality TV twist. Is this a case of a billionaire being tone-deaf, or is it a necessary stand against frivolous litigation? Kim's lawyers argue that California law is clear. The prevailing party gets their fees covered, period. They say Cantu has offered zero valid legal arguments to avoid this, just pleas for sympathy. On the other side, Cantu's camp insists this is about character, claiming that even if the lawsuit failed, Kim should own the power of her platform and not kick a man while he's down. It's a messy reminder of how much power one single post can have when you have 350 million followers. While the court will ultimately decide who writes the check, it leaves us asking, when a celebrity makes a mistake, should their legal expenses be held to a different standard, or is a rule regardless of your bank account? Let me know your take in the comments below. Does Kim deserve to be reimbursed, or should she just walk away? Don't forget to hit subscribe for more updates on this legal drama, and we'll see you in the next one. We all have that one friend, the rock, the fixer, the person who shows up before you even finish your sentence. But what happens when that person is the one carrying the weight of the world on their own shoulders? Khloé Kardashian just got real about a struggle that hits home for a lot of us: the inability to ask for help. In a candid chat on The Morgan Stewart Show, the reality star admitted that while her circle leans on her for everything, she absolutely freezes when it comes to returning the favor. It is a classic case of the strong friend syndrome, where you convince yourself that your problems are too trivial or that everyone else is just too busy to be bothered. Khloé opened up about the mental gymnastics she plays, even when it comes to her own sister, Kim. She will literally run down a checklist of Kim's massive responsibilities: the law studies, the 4 kids, the acting gigs, and decide her own struggles aren't worth the interruption. It is a deeply humanizing moment that highlights how, even with all the fame in the world, the internal barrier to vulnerability remains the same. Khloé knows deep down that Kim would pick up in a heartbeat, yet her brain keeps hitting that do not disturb button. It is a powerful reminder that our self-imposed isolation is often the hardest cycle to break. Are you the one everyone calls, but you find yourself suffering in silence? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars. After all, realizing you need a hand is not a sign of weakness. It is the first step toward getting the support you deserve.